Today, we're introducing new agents you can use within the context of your team.
Welcome everyone to your channel, AI Fun Fact for All. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Pedro Magan. I have a PhD in computer science and I have knowledge in AI and machine learning. And in this channel, we talk about AI and machine learning and how we can use it in our everyday life. In this video, I'm going to talk about the vision of Microsoft about the future of AI. We will specifically talk about the CEO and what is stuck in the Microsoft Ignite and the vision of it, how it's going to roll out. So we will talk about in the beginning about the scaling law, and then we will go over the Copilot capability, the Microsoft biggest AI investment, and then we'll also at the end talk about what we can see as the agentic AI, because nowadays everybody is talking about agentic AI. So what are the capabilities of that? So without further ado, let's jump right into it. In the beginning, I want to talk about the evolution of AI and what are the concepts right now that researchers are kind of like debating. So we have the scaling law. So we have the scaling law about as much as you provide the resources, you will improve the performance. So that's the whole knowledge that carried out to GPT-4, GPT, the other version of the GPT. But then we recently have also the OpenAI reported the wall, that they hit this wall because of the memory complication. So actually all of this information are based on empirical results, so there is no guarantee or a proof that these scaling or even the wall exists, but this is something that is happening right now, and that's why people are focusing more on the computation time and scaling through the inference. So these concepts exist, and we can kind of see that there wasn't a stop in terms of the development. But on the other side, we see Sam Altman that's talking about how Asia is gonna be here within the next year, so by the end of 2025. So this can be a part of a hype, or basically attracting the investment towards this AI, but there would be always this speculation because of the fact that we see in terms of technology and the fact that people are trying to get as much as they can and try to thrive this AI to the boundaries of it. On the other side, we have a lot of advancements in terms of the AI improvement, and we saw it basically pretty much every week. We have seen lots of progress in terms of multimodal system, which right now are even available open source with the Llama model, and then we also have them in other like closed source for the OpenAI working on their voice system and so on. So we have lots of improvement in multimodal capabilities, and then on the other side we also have the improvement in capability and the planning. So we saw that before it was just one shot or few shot learning, but right now they have shift focus with the oval model to actually do the reasoning through inference time, and then can provide a lot more complex and intricate problem during the inference time, which actually is another leap towards the improvement. And finally we have the problem with the memory, which actually was the wall that we saw in the scaling law, and also the dependency that are trying to be solved with the agentic design. So we have a very large dependency on the previous tokens that is important in summarization of the large text, and also the memory capability, which will create the personalization aspects of these LLMs and trying to provide the relevant information. So all of these advancements that we saw, we never would have seen or predicted that gonna happen this fast. And we have seen lots of other leap in terms of other improvements, such as in the robotics field and also in health and other fields. All right, on the second part of this video, I want to talk about the Copilot and the investments of Microsoft in this field, given all of these advancements that we already talked about in the first part. New advancements in Copilot platform. On the first part, we have the personalization, which actually using the memory capability capability, and also the RAG pipeline, or the retrieval augmented generation, which try to use relevant information in order to avoid hallucination. So these are the things that are productionized and is readily available in the recent Copilot product, and it's going to change lots of basically everyday life, and people can actually use it in order to improve their efficiency. So we'll take a look at the video that Microsoft CEO will talk about it shortly. But the other part that we have for the Copilot is basically the AI-powered devices. So it's not only basically in terms of the software, we have different devices. So we might ask Microsoft, what kind of devices does it have? So we have basically the speakers, the smart headset. So these are the things that are little by little are incorporating into the hardware system. So Microsoft wouldn't be necessarily considered as hardware devices, but they definitely also have some gaming consoles, which definitely will help and benefit a lot from this AI capability, but that might be a little bit far-fetched. And finally, we have the AI stack. So this AI stack is kind of related to the topic of AI agents and having the different entities of AI, which actually collaboratively try to do a task that was supposed to be done, and this collaboration are actually done in a way which each of the agents are good at one single task, and then they can actually communicate to each other in order to thrive and do one simple task. So let's take a look at the video together, and then I'll come back for the next part.
Best way to think about these are as just your teammates. They're scoped to specific roles with very specific permissions, just like we have permissions and roles. For example, a facilitator agent is someone you can add to your team's meeting, and the facilitator will help keep the meeting focused, moderate the meeting, chats, as well as the follow-up and action items. We're also giving you the ability to easily create your own Copilot or your own agents using Copilot Studio. Sometimes we sort of mystify these agents as things that somehow require a lot of effort to build, but it's really pretty straightforward. In fact, our vision is that it should be as simple as creating a Word doc or a PowerPoint slide or an Excel spreadsheet. That's it. Like when you say agent, think creating a doc. This example is a good one, right? I can create a field service agent by simply describing it in natural language, connecting it to a couple of data sources, in this case, a SharePoint site and my dynamic CRM. I can easily configure it to meet my specific needs, and you have an agent in seconds. That's just now integrated into Copilot. The idea that I have to go to one business application at a time just goes away in this world of agents. And so we are very excited to share many of our partners have built their own agents and connectors in Microsoft 365 Copilot. That includes Adobe and obviously LinkedIn, SAP, ServiceNow, Workday, and even companies like Cohere. They're building AI-first agents are also integrating right into Copilot.
The Copilot platforms, we have specifically Copilot actions, which are some tasks that are automated process. So this can be some streamlined workline or something that saves time. For example, let's say you have lots of emails that you want to check and then do some basic operation to them, for example ignoring them, or basically setting a schedule, trying to reply to them. If it is a repetitive task or something that doesn't necessarily require a lot of your intervention, that can be easily streamlined with this automation actions with the Copilot. We also have creating custom actions that basically is triggered on the specific part or a specific situation, and that happens. So you can basically create a sort of like a scenario that if this scenario happened, you want a specific action to be triggered. We also have obviously Copilot agents, which is a diverse range of agents, and each one of them can be specified in one specific task. For example, one in customer service, one is project manager, one as just a facilitator, and then we have real world application of them, which are we already have talked about this a lot. So I put a link for the video that I created before on the end, so you can watch. And then we also have like the improvement or use case of it on different industries, like for example healthcare, finances, and other stuff. And obviously we have creating custom agents. So the process of creating custom agents would be available through the Copilot Studio, which is actually one of the most fascinating parts of it, which you can basically train an agent to do some task that is specific or nuanced to yourself. So this is one of the very own special cases of personalizing agent that do a task that is not necessarily something very streamlined or something that is general, but is very specific to yourself, and you can train it given the data that you have. So let's take a look at the video together to see how these agents and basically the Copilot actions are going to play in terms of streamlining the process.
Today, I'm really excited to announce Copilot actions. With these actions, you can use Copilot to reduce the amount of time you spend on repetitive, everyday tasks that you do. In fact, the best way to conceptualize actions is for those of you who used Outlook rules. This is Outlook rules for the age of AI. And it works across the entire M365 system, not just in Outlook, right? So it automates everything from asking for, let's say, a status update from your team, compiling weekly reports, to scheduling emails, requesting feedback on a document. Actions are a very simple but yet powerful way for you to scale what you do, right? So whatever was the thing that you had to do multi-step, you just create one of these actions and it just does it for you. You can discover templates for actions, which you can reuse in your everyday work. It's just a simple interface, and we're not stopping there.
So as a future of work, we see that AI will empower employees and transform business processes. And so this is something that we see in future. As of right now, we don't see that much of improvement. There are some examples that we will talk about, for example, streamlining the contract management, Vonage, or for example, enhancing customer service through virtual assistants, or a few other examples that we can take a look at the video. But basically there's a lot way to come in terms of actually commercializing and using it available for lots of people. So this is the B2B aspect. And then we also have something that would be available to every users, that's basically to the end user, that can completely and directly benefit in terms of not just asking a question or trying to answer a response, but try to streamline the process and try to automate the basic process. And then we also, same as like the video from NVIDIA, we also see that they talk about the partnership that they're gonna have with some smaller sizes company. We have the names from LinkedIn that are related to themselves, but we have Adobe, SAP, and also ServiceNow. So these are, again, we hear them repeating these like smaller sizes companies, and they're kind of relying on them that can provide end user benefits to the users in a way that actually customers can see the benefit from it. And then we can also see at the future where there will be a collaboration with this AI and the human. So that's where we have the agentic system and human in the loop system, which some part of the whole process might be tricked, and then it should be supervised by human, or basically a human might be just as a final control. And there you have it, guys. We went over some of the concepts of AI and the advancements that we see so far, and then we also talk about the Copilot specifically, how its role is going to play in terms of AI, and we also talk about some possibility that the future and how it's going to look like. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this speculation, and how do you see this is going to roll out. If you are enjoying this type of video, make sure to like, more importantly subscribe to the channel, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure to watch this video that I created before, that I talk about the NVIDIA vision about the agentic AI and how the future is going to look like. And also you can watch this video that is about the concept of AGI and how Sam Altman is thinking about when that's going to happen and what are the stages required to achieve to that point. And thanks for watching, and see you until the next one.